of SSC Riga.
Thank you, Baiba. Welcome to SSC Riga. Thank you, Baiba and Novatore, for organizing this wonderful event. I very much look forward to hearing from our guests, who will be doing most of the speaking today, about how the last 99 days, I think, we had this war impacted business. So before I introduce them, a couple of rules, and that's the fire exit. You should know that. But more importantly, today we are here to talk about business and economics. I apologize to the online audience. Most of the people are sitting in one corner of the room. So we will not be talking about the personal stories. Obviously, everyone has feelings and is very much personally impacted. Instead, today, we will allow us to focus just on business. We will also not talk too much about the politics of it. Again, to be able to focus on what this means for businesses, big and small. So without further ado, may I introduce our wonderful speakers. Zana Zorgstene, who is a serial entrepreneur. She is the former CEO of the Riga Jurmala Music Festival, and she's also a founder of Erda and some other companies. And she will be talking about her experience of how her businesses in Latvia have been impacted and what are the plans for the future. And Nadine Omolchenko, who joined us from Ukraine, not Kiev anymore, which she will be talking about. She's the vice president of IT Integrator, one of the biggest, if not the biggest IT companies in Ukraine. She has a fantastic career and an MBA, and her stories are frankly inspiring. So thank you for driving up all the way from Ukraine for this event. We very much look forward to hearing your stories. And may I actually ask you to start by telling us a little bit how your business was impacted in the last 99 days?
Hello to everyone. Good evening. We are from Ukraine. Now we say like that. I'm a serial entrepreneur, vice president of IT Integrator, and this actually is the biggest supplier of IT services, not software, but IT services in Ukraine. So our annual turnover 2021 was about $45 million. So we work mostly with corporations and enterprises in Ukraine, B2B sector mostly. As you told me, I'm MBA. I'm a lecturer at a business school in Kiev. And I'm a student as well at the DBA program. So for me, also a lot of to be taught. So actually, today I'm very honored to be here and just to share what we did expect and what we did not expect as for the business. Yes. As you know, on February 24th, at 5 p.m., at 5 a.m., I got a call with one word, started. And my first call was to the driver to take me to the office to run the plan B, because the war against Ukraine did not start on February 24, although that night was very tragic, and with all these airstrikes on Kiev, on strategic sites, and of course this night we will remember it forever. But still, we did understand that something going on, and we were responsible for doing something with that as a responsible business. We just cannot just watch it. We have to do something with that. So of course we developed the sustainable plan, how we would act in this or that situation. We have different scenarios, but just believe that we couldn't imagine for real that it would happen. So we did not expect. So we had plans, we had our actions, what we would do, but we didn't expect it to be the real one. So I think that the resilience of the company starts with the strategic planning. So now 60% of our business works just because we were prepared. 50% of success is the consequence of strategic planning, proactive strategy, measures, preventive measures, and strong corporate culture of high performance, of high productivity, just to be as a team, just in such very terrible moment of business. And 20% is a result of very prompt response to the situation and due to our knowledge how to act in the crisis, of course. And because we did a lot of homework. So homework is very important just to keep the resilience of the business. And as well is very important the resilience of you as a manager, as a top manager, how resilient you are as a CEO. What's your plan B for a family? What you will do with your kids, with your husband, with your grandparents? Because you told that we are business ladies, of course, but I'm also a mother. I'm also have kids, and I'm also a wife, and I'm also a daughter. That's why I have to be prepared for the situation as well. So just keep in mind that you have to take care about your family, just to have time to care about your business. And I see that many top managers forget to decide this question, to take care. And that's why for the first days, our team members, they have to take care about their families, not about business. So it takes maybe several days to move to our backup office to Lviv, and because we were prepared, and so we have the backup office in Lviv, our warehouses, our IT services. So we were ready with all this stuff, actually. And of course, I guess that it was very important for the top managers to keep calm, to show that you are okay, that we are okay, that we know what to do, how we will move, what will be our first steps, just to keep the communication with the people, just to show, just let us know how we can help you with your families, with transportation, with many humanitarian questions. So the main role of me as a top manager was everyone can call me at any time with any questions, because I keep calm and a sense of humor, of course, because sometimes we have to overcome it, yes, but the leadership starts with the CEO to be calm and to prove that everything is okay, that we can overcome even in this terrible situation as we've never been before. We've never been before, we just never can imagine that it would happen to our cities, to our families. We've never know how to work on the air attack and air raid warnings every time. So just the resilience starts with you. So just train your resilience, and you have to know your weaknesses and strengths, just to be able to help your team. That's
How
the point.
big was your team, and where did they go after the war started?
We have offices all over the Ukraine, but the headquarters is in Kiev. About 70% of our team members were in Kiev, and they have to move. So it was very, very terrible how they moved from the city. And someone just imagined that the main question was the scope and the duration. We didn't believe, we couldn't imagine that it would take so long, and the scope, and just you never understand that it is possible to bomb Kiev. No, it's impossible, just even we do not understand that. That's why the scope and the duration, that was the problem. And now about 25% of our team members are abroad. We communicate them through, they work remotely actually in 10 different countries. So also we have problems with our offices in Kharkiv. And I think the most tragic for us was Mariupol, because there was 14 people, team members, and we were waiting for them to come out.
Did they come out?
Yes.
How much of your business did you lose, if any?
It was very difficult to recover. So we have, for those who in IT, I would recommend many things. If you want, I would share it a little bit later, how IT business can respond to this situation very quickly. And all we know that it's very important to provide IT services, yes? So, and thanks to COVID, we know how to work remotely, how to transform digitally, and we know all this saying that if you do not have digital eye, so you do not have the future. So that's why we are strong enough in IT. So we provide a lot of IT services. It means that we have to help our clients to keep their sustainability. That's why about 60% of our clients still work, and we will help them to provide their services. Banks, retails, and many other companies like that.
I'll just have one more question. When we spoke online, you had a great term, and that was what it takes to be a wartime CEO. I like that picture of the wartime CEO. So what are the top 3 things that a wartime CEO has to think of?
First of all, you have to forget everything you were told in your business school, just except for maybe some things from crisis management. Of course, I guess you have this course, and I did crisis management, but still there are some good tools from crisis management, quick steps, quick wins, just to share, just to be fast in your changing and how to overcome the resilience of the team members. But still, we didn't have any resilience. Because people did understand that we have to move fast to change our business model, to change our portfolio, even to understand our risks. Yes, and because we just don't remember to understand what risk do you have now in your business, just to secure all this risk now. And you have forgot. You have to forget about crisis management, but because war management is something different, you have to move very fast. And sometimes I make mistakes. We make mistakes. But the problem is that you have to make very quick decision, and then just if you are mistaken, then you have to adjust your mistakes. That's all, because the CEO is on front of the company, and for some time I have to do a lot of operational tasks by myself, because our administrative director was on occupied territory, and one of our team members were abroad, and with some of them we lost communication for several weeks. We cannot call them, they cannot call us, so we didn't know where they are. So you have to break the protocol. You should understand that in the real life, how we build business, we have the established structure and business process, and we have the roles, and we know how to put KPIs, yes, key performance indicators. So we move to different concept now, but still we use KPIs. But there is no KPIs here, yes, under war management, and there is no structure, and but there are still process. As there are still people, but sometimes there is no people to this function, and I have to replace people very, very fast or do it by myself. I did a lot of things by myself because I have to support my team when they cannot be the part of my of doing something, of doing some tasks. So that is the first thing, just to know protocol, no structure, just be fast to change everything. Then very important just to understand that at this time business doesn't compete. We do not compete, we collaborate. So it means that IT market, we united, and with our warehouses, with our unique equipment, because we have to move fast to give it to the army, to support the army. So it's no competence at all, just coordination, collaboration. That's for the market now. And of course, SIA should care about yourself. Should care about yourself, about my own resilience, where my resources, what should I have done to stay resilient for the long time. So we think, oh, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Today is 100th day of the war. And today we have attacks on our cities. And today we are losing our people. We are losing our soldiers. And what we have to do is to support it. And now business is more about business and volunteering. So we now have double shift. So in the day, I'm a business lady. In the evening, I'm a volunteer, just to help the families, to help the soldiers. That's the question. Because the main challenge is not about to make profit. As we learned, yes, we all know how to make profits, how to earn money, how to innovate. It's cool. I like innovation. And we were talking about IoT, Internet of Things. We were talking about clouds before the war. Now we have to innovate for the army. Yes, there's still innovation in Ukraine. There are still a lot of startups, and we are very proud that about 15,000 new entrepreneurs in Ukraine during these months of war. It is because we have courage to go on. We know how to achieve the goal, and our chief challenge and the goal is victory. And what we are doing to advance our victory. That's all. Our victory is our goal, is our mission. And we do not have any other choice. Just Ukrainians do not have any other choice but to win and to return home.
So before I give the word back to Kata, just a short ad for anybody here in the audience. Nadia has spent the day looking for munitions and bulletproof vests with her colleagues. Not so easy to come by the way, it turns out. So if anybody here has more leads, talk to her afterwards. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Baiba. Just one more question, because I remember when we talked, you had this line about what is the best way to help Ukraine, and that wasn't about bulletproof vests, incidentally. Can you talk about the future and what is the best way to contribute at this stage?
I think that the best way to support Ukraine is to do business with us. Just do business with us. Just share your knowledges, share your competence. Just invite us to your startups. And I want to say that IT sector as well is very cool, actually, advanced. And we do and did great things. So we can collaborate. Just give us the projects. And you know that in Ukraine we have now, and we have the problem before with the cheap money, if we say it, for the projects. And now the finance support is also can be in different way. Just we can generate a lot of ideas. We can help with IT services. We can provide good IT services, not only IT services as well. So we are strong enough. We have courage to do business, and we know how to do business. For example, our company, we started our business in Poland. Of course, we have our business in Kazakhstan, for example, but we believe that somehow we should move to Poland to represent our company here. So we can do a lot of great things here. I think that this is the best way, just to be partners, to collaborate with us, to give us good idea, just because you, of course, have, I guess, a lot of good startups in cybersecurity. When also the cybersecurity is the main topic now, yes, in this digital war. So that's the field where we can cooperate as well. So just do business with us.
Thank you. I look forward to the questions from the audience after we finish the discussion. So thank you so much for sharing your experience. I feel like it was very valuable and so diverse, talking about resilience, lack of it, future, past, uncertainty. So thank you.